In a world that screams for your attention, the quietest man in the room is often the most powerful. We live in an era of constant notifications, social pressure, and the desperate need for validation. But what if I told you that your greatest weapon isn't your voice, but your silence? The Stoics understood a secret that most modern people have forgotten: your energy is a finite resource. When you react to every insult, every tweet, and every passing judgment, you are handing over the keys to your mental kingdom. True mental strength isn't about winning the argument, it's about realizing the argument wasn't worth your time in the first place. This is the power of ignoring. It's not about being cold or indifferent, it's about being so focused on your internal virtue that the external noise becomes nothing more than background static. When you stop giving people the power to upset you, you become untouchable. This is the foundation of Stoic self-control, and today, we are going to dive deep into how you can master it. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a man born into slavery who became one of the greatest philosophers in history, taught us the dichotomy of control. He argued that most of our misery comes from trying to control things we simply cannot. You cannot control what your boss thinks of you, what your ex says about you, or how a stranger reacts in traffic. You can only control your own judgment and your own actions. By ignoring the uncontrollables, you save 90% of your mental energy for the things that actually matter. Think of your mind like a fortress. Every time you worry about someone else's opinion, you are letting a Trojan horse through the gates. Stoicism teaches us to stand at the gate and ask every thought, does this concern what is in my power? If the answer is no, we must learn to cast it aside with total indifference. This isn't just a philosophy, it's a survival strategy for the modern world. It's the secret to staying calm while everyone else is panicking. The silence of Marcus Aurelius. Imagine being the emperor of Rome, the most powerful man on earth, and having people constantly whispering, plotting, and criticizing your every move. Marcus Aurelius didn't stay sane by fighting back, he stayed sane by looking inward. He famously wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." He understood that by ignoring the petty stings of his enemies, he remained superior to them. He didn't need their approval because he had his own. When you ignore someone who is trying to provoke you, you are essentially telling them, "You are not important enough to disturb my peace." This is the ultimate power move. It's not passive, it's an active choice of self-respect. While they are burning with anger, waiting for your reaction, you are moving forward, building your empire, and refining your character. Your silence is a mirror that reflects their own instability back at them. Building your mental shield. How do we actually do this in real life? It starts with the pause. Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom. When someone insults you, your lizard brain wants to strike back. Stoicism trains you to expand that space. You take a breath, you look at the insult, and you realize it has no substance. It's just air. It's just vibrations in the atmosphere. Why should a vibration ruin your day? Mastering self-control means becoming the master of your own internal citadel. You decide what gets in. If you want to attract success, you must first become a person who cannot be easily rattled. People follow leaders who are steady under pressure. By practicing the art of ignoring the trivial, you develop a presence that commands respect without saying a word. You aren't ignoring people because you hate them, you're ignoring them because you love your peace more. The power of silence. Silence is a power most people underestimate. In a noisy world where everyone is trying to be heard, the person who chooses silence becomes unshakable. Stoicism teaches that true strength is not in reacting to every opinion, insult, or criticism. True strength is in mastering your response. When you learn the power of ignoring people, you unlock a level of mental freedom many never experience. You stop giving energy to things that drain your peace, and you begin to focus only on what truly matters. This is the quiet secret behind strong minds and calm hearts. Many people believe they must respond to everything. Every comment, every insult, every opinion seems to demand attention. But Stoic philosophy reveals a deeper truth. Not everything deserves your reaction. Some words are simply noise. Some opinions are reflections of other people's confusion, frustration, or insecurity. When you ignore unnecessary negativity, you protect your mind like a fortress. Your peace becomes stronger than their chaos. Your calm becomes louder than their noise. The greatest form of self-control is the ability to stay unmoved by what others say or think. Most conflicts in life begin with reaction. Someone says something, emotions rise, and suddenly a small moment becomes a storm. But the Stoic understands something powerful. You do not have to participate in every battle you are invited to. Sometimes the strongest move is to walk away mentally. Ignoring people is not weakness. It is wisdom in action. Think about how much energy people lose every day arguing, explaining themselves, or trying to change someone's opinion. Hours of emotional energy disappear into conversations that lead nowhere. Stoicism teaches that your energy is one of your most valuable resources. When you stop giving attention to pointless arguments, you redirect that energy toward growth, discipline, and inner peace. The moment you stop reacting to everything is the moment you start controlling your life. There is a deep psychological strength in being calm while others are trying to provoke you. When people expect a reaction and receive silence instead, something interesting happens. Their power over your emotions disappears. Your silence becomes a mirror that reflects their behavior back to them. This is why ignoring negativity often frustrates those who try to provoke it without your reaction. Their words lose meaning. The Stoics believed that other people's opinions are outside your control. You cannot control what others think about you, say about you, or believe about you. But you can control how you respond. When you accept this truth, something powerful happens in your mind. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing criticism. You begin to live according to your own values instead of other people's expectations. Many of the strongest individuals in history mastered this principle. They understood that reacting to every voice around them would only weaken their focus. Instead, they focused on their purpose. They let people talk, judge, and criticize while they continued moving forward. This quiet discipline is the foundation of mental strength. When your mind is not distracted by every opinion, it becomes incredibly powerful. Ignoring people does not mean you become cold or disrespectful. Stoicism never teaches cruelty. Instead, it teaches emotional discipline. You simply learn to choose where your attention goes. Respectful silence can often be more powerful than endless explanations. When you stop explaining yourself to everyone, you begin to protect your dignity and your peace. Another powerful secret is this: people often test your emotional boundaries. Some may criticize you just to see how you react. Others may provoke you because they seek attention or validation. When you react emotionally, you reward that behavior. But when you calmly ignore unnecessary drama, you send a silent message that your peace is not easily disturbed. Over time, people learn that you cannot be manipulated through emotions. One of the greatest benefits of ignoring negativity is the clarity it creates in your mind. When your attention is not constantly pulled toward drama, gossip, and criticism, your mind becomes quieter. In that quiet space, your thinking becomes sharper. Your decisions become wiser. You begin to see situations more clearly because your emotions are no longer controlling your perspective. Self-control is one of the most respected traits in any person. People admire those who remain calm under pressure. They trust those who do not explode in anger or react impulsively. The Stoics understood that controlling your emotions is not about suppressing them. It is about understanding them and choosing the most intelligent response. Sometimes the most intelligent response is no response at all. There will always be people who misunderstand you. Some will criticize you no matter what you do. Others may project their frustrations onto you. If you spend your life trying to correct every misunderstanding, you will never have time to build the life you want. Stoicism teaches acceptance of this reality. Not everyone will understand you, and that is perfectly fine. Your attention is like a spotlight. Wherever you direct it, that thing grows in importance. When you focus your attention on negativity, it grows larger in your mind. But when you withdraw your attention from it, it slowly fades. Ignoring people who bring negativity into your life is not avoidance. It is mental discipline. It is choosing what deserves your focus. This principle becomes even more powerful in the modern world. Social media, opinions, and constant noise surround us every day. Everyone has something to say about everything. But if you react to every comment or criticism, you will never experience peace. The Stoic approach is simple. Focus on what you can control and ignore the rest. Mental strength is not built through comfort. It is built through discipline. Every time you resist the urge to react emotionally, you strengthen your mind. Every time you choose calm over anger, you develop deeper control over yourself. Over time, this discipline transforms your character. You become someone who cannot easily be shaken. Another important truth is that people respect boundaries, even silent ones. When you refuse to engage in unnecessary arguments or drama, you teach others how to treat you. Your calm silence sets a standard. People begin to understand that you value peace more than pointless conflict. This quiet boundary protects your energy and your dignity. There is also a powerful freedom that comes from not needing everyone's approval. Many people live their lives trying to satisfy the expectations of others. They worry constantly about what people think. But when you embrace Stoic thinking, you realize something liberating. Your worth is not determined by opinions. Your value comes from your character, your actions, and your discipline. Ignoring negativity also protects your emotional health. Constant conflict and drama can exhaust the mind. They create stress, anxiety, and frustration. But when you develop the ability to step away from unnecessary emotional battles, your mind becomes calmer and more balanced. You preserve your inner peace even when the world around you becomes chaotic. The strongest individuals often appear quiet and composed. This is not because they lack emotion. It is because they understand their emotions deeply. They know that reacting to every situation is not strength. True strength is choosing when to act and when to remain silent. This wisdom takes time to develop, but once mastered, it becomes one of your greatest advantages in life. Your life becomes more focused when you stop giving attention to everything. Instead of arguing with people who doubt you, you spend that time improving yourself. Instead of defending your choices endlessly, you let your actions speak. Progress becomes your answer. Growth becomes your response. This is one of the greatest Stoic secrets. Success often requires selective silence. The ability to ignore distractions allows you to focus deeply on your purpose. While others waste energy reacting to every opinion, you continue building your future quietly. When you practice this mindset daily, something remarkable happens. Your mind becomes stronger, calmer, and more disciplined. Problems that once disturbed you begin to feel smaller. Criticism loses its emotional weight. You begin to see clearly which voices deserve your attention and which ones should fade into silence. If this message resonates with you and you want to develop deeper mental strength, powerful self-control, and the wisdom of Stoicism, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Join a community that is learning how to master the mind, control emotions, and build unshakable inner peace. Subscribe now and become part of a journey towards stronger thinking, deeper discipline, and a calmer, more powerful life. More Stoic wisdom and powerful insights are coming in the next videos, and you do not want to miss them.